What's going on, guys? I'm here with one of our clients, Tristan from Horizon Agency, and he closed over 38K in the past. How long have you been with us? Like a couple weeks at this point, Tristan?
Yep, three weeks exactly. Yep.
Nice. Awesome, dude. Well, welcome in. We're excited to have you. I guess maybe for anybody who doesn't know you or kind of your agency, do you mind just giving us a little bit of background on what you guys do, how you got started, and kind of the story there?
Yeah, for sure, 100%. So I began filmmaking about like 6 years ago, I believe, and I actually joined, I don't know if you know about this, but it was the Calder Creative at first.
Yeah.
So the Sam Calder's course,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
that's where I
Cool.
kind of discovered like this passion for filmmaking and doing that stuff and traveling and everything. But eventually, it came down to realizing that I could take those skills and put them into like the businesses who are actually trying to scale and grow in my hometown of Montreal, Quebec. So that's where it kind of all started. And at this moment, so I'm running my own agency. I've been doing this for a little while, and we're actually trying to scale to perhaps a 200K figure by the end of the year.
Heck yeah.
And that is actually why I joined up in the program, because I've been stuck at that 100K figure for quite some time. And I kind of figured that, you guys were the best fit for us to make it to that next step. And yeah, that's pretty much where we've been. What we're doing specifically is that we're helping industrial and construction companies to scale their businesses, maybe through acquiring new employees, generating new leads, or even just enhancing their overall corporate image. So that's what we're doing.
I love it, dude. I love it. What do you feel like has kept you at the 100K a year? Is it like not getting new leads? Is it not having a system to get new clients? Like, what do you feel like has capped you at that point? Because I think there's a lot of people watching this in the exact same situation. And I think it might be helpful for them to see that as well, you know?
Yeah, 100%. Well, first is definitely the proposal we were well, not the proposal, I would say perhaps the packages that we were giving out to our clients. That was mainly the I would say the main problem, because unfortunately what happens is that when we were dealing with clients, they would come to us and ask us, okay, so I've got this plan in mind. How can you fix this, or how can you help us build towards that plan? But what I realized is that at some point, you got to be able to understand the problems that your clients have and figure out a solution to that you can propose to them. Because otherwise, you're always going to be on the receiving end. You're not going to be able to scale that, make it into something that's predictable and that can actually grow, right? So you're totally right. It's first a question of the packaging, and I would say also a question of client acquisition, which was definitely one of the main issues for sure.
That makes sense. And how did you find out about us? Was it just my annoying ads in your feed all the time, just bugging you?
Absolutely.
Perfect. Yeah. Good. Good. I love it. I love it. I love the honesty.
But if I've got to be totally transparent, definitely the ads were a big thing, which at some point, well, I'm pretty sure you definitely know about this marketing tip, but you got to be seen at least 7 times before you
Yep.
decide to make a purchase, right?
Yeah. For
So
sure.
that's definitely a big plus, but also the fact that many of my own friends were already part of the program
Oh,
or
really? I didn't know that.
following you or whatever. So
Cool.
that was also something that helped me make the decision to go forward, right?
For sure. Absolutely. And I guess kind of a weird question, but had you looked at other programs? Was there anything that kind of differentiated us between maybe some of the other ones you've seen? I guess like what kind of made you pull the trigger on us versus maybe somebody else?
100%. So actually, what's kind of funny is that in my hometown of Montreal, there's actually quite a lot of agencies who claim to be able to do that.
Sure.
But there was, I think one of the main aspect is the fact that you guys are filmmakers through and through. So that's kind of the game changer where I was like, okay, these guys, they understand my situation. They've been
Yeah.
through it. They know how to sell video, not just try to scale any business.
Yeah, because I
So,
think
I
there's a
mean,
lot of intricacies within just video agencies and like understanding how those people operate versus just any business, you know?
yeah, 100%. It's something that's totally different. And even in the video agency market, there's always intricacies. There's always
Yeah.
different niches that require different proposals, different packages. So it's very unique. And the fact that you guys have dealt through all of those kind of reassured me in the fact that I was going to make the right decision to go with someone who already understood my problems, right? So yeah.
Sure, that makes sense. And I guess being in the program, because you've only been in for a couple weeks now, like obviously we're just beginning. I guess has there been anything within the program that you feel like has been particularly helpful for you, or like has been really helpful or stood out to you so far within what we're doing?
Yeah, 100%. Well, definitely, I would say like overall, the in the classes that you give, there's a lot of value to be gained just through showing up at the meetings, and even I would say to the Kajabi course. There's so much information there, and to be honest, most of your questions are going to be answered there. You can always chat with the other people of the program, and that's a good thing too, where like you're able to just gather new information, share your wins, be and stay accountable. I think that's also something that's very, very important. But other than that, I would say like overall everything's very useful. So
I was
yeah.
gonna say I hadn't even seen you on my calls yet. I don't think any of my
Yeah,
advanced
no, I've
closed
been
deals I
doing
see in the wins channel, but I haven't seen you on any calls yet, which I'm looking forward to as we continue to scale, which is gonna be great, dude. I guess kind of an odd question, but I guess where do you feel like you might have been if you hadn't taken the leap? Because obviously it's an investment, it's investing in yourself, it's betting on yourself, and some people are obviously nervous to do that, rightfully so. I guess like where do you feel like you might have been if you hadn't taken the risk on yourself in your business, like to make a step in a different direction?
Yeah, I think you said it best actually. You said it's if you want to gain experience, there's only two ways to do so, and that's either through time or through money. And I kind of figured that I was sick and tired of waiting around to actually meet people who are in my situation who can
Yeah.
help me build into something that's larger than myself. And yeah, I would say that the situation I would be in right now, I would have stayed in the same place, right? So just waiting around for clients, not reaching out, not having a system that's helping me build, a flow of new leads. Yeah, so I would still be in that situation of waiting around for new opportunities.
No, that makes
Does that
sense. I think it's hard too because like it's a lonely journey, and it's tough when you're not surrounded by other people who are understanding what you're going through as well. Even for myself, like I have to get in other rooms of other people doing similar things just to not feel like you're like making decisions in a vacuum, where it's difficult to do that a lot of times. I think it's nice when you can bounce ideas off people or at least just see other deals that people are closing that are way higher to where you're like, oh wow, that is possible. Like I can do that just by like seeing it in the group. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, 100%. And there's also the fact that even if you're from somewhere else, totally different in the world, like that's something that I was kind of scared about at first. I'm from Montreal. I'm French Canadian. So I was kind of thinking, yeah, sure, these guys they're doing big numbers, but they're in the US, so the market
Right.
is like
Yeah.
10 times Montreal, right?
Yep. Yeah.
So of course you're gonna be like kind of, oh, is it gonna work for me or whatever? But it's the principles they apply wherever you are in the world. So
Yeah. It's
that's
just finding the right people who want to work with you, building a gap, having a sales conversation, closing them on a higher ticket retainer. It's like you can do that anywhere. You're not just limited to just your location or like someone's location is better than another. I think the mindset has to be like, how do I make it work, not will it work? And I think that's what sets people up for success instead of like always looking for reasons for it not to work, because you can always find those, but there's also a ton of reasons you can find for it to work. And I think just like I always use the analogy of like if you're a skier in the backcountry and you're skiing and you're trying to avoid the trees, it's like you don't think about avoid the tree, avoid the tree. You're just looking at the gaps in between the tree. And I think business is kind of the same thing where you have to be looking at how do I find ways to make something work for me? And then like you're going to find a way to make it work. Whereas if you find a way for it not to work, you're also going to find a way for it not to work. You know what I mean? I think the mindset is a huge part of it.
yeah, 100%. And you're totally right. Like you can't approach this program thinking, oh yeah, they're gonna do it for me, or like it's all gonna fall into my hands. That
Yep.
doesn't really happen like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, you got to be willing to put in the work
Yeah.
and show up and do your stuff. And even on my side, like I've been showing up, but like you said, I've not been to one of your calls yet, but that's because I wanted to make sure that my proposal, my packages, everything that I'm going to be talking to you about is sharp
For
and
sure.
is fine, right? So
For sure.
it's all a question of being able to refine yourself to the best of your ability, and
Yeah.
then when there's that need to be able to go to the next step, then you go and ask for help. But again, it's all mentality, and it's all about how can I show up for myself and
Yeah.
make sure that I succeed, right?
I think it's the perfect mindset because it's like I can give you all the tools that we've given to 800 other agencies. I can give you, and it's great because we see some people who come into the program and they crush it. Some people take a lot longer, and I think the main difference between the two people is like we're giving them both the same information. It's just whether or not they're choosing to take action on it and implement that information. Because like we can't come in and run your business for you, just as you know. It's like we can only give you the same tools we've given everybody else, and then you either use that information to make more money or you don't use that information and don't make more money. And I think you're a perfect example of somebody who came in and said, hey, I'm going to use this to make more money and I'm going to make it work for me. And I just use that disclaimer in every case study I have because it's like, if you aren't willing to do the work, like don't join the program, don't come into this program. Like it takes work just like anything else, you know? So yeah.
It's kind of funny because at when I joined the program, I was probably at one of my lowest lows because I actually took a blow in one of my contracts and I was outed from it, and I kind of lost like 15K. And
It's not
yeah,
fun.
and I was
Not fun.
at that very like bottom, and I was like, holy cow, how am I gonna be able to figure this out, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you guys kind of came in. I saw the ad. I was like, yeah, well, why not just take the call and see where it leads? And so I decided to pull the trigger, and I was still like very anxious, right? Because so
Of course,
you lose 50K, 15K, and then you decide to invest
you're
another.
doubling down. Yeah. Yeah.
So you're like down so you're down. So you're like, holy cow, how I'm gonna be able to figure this out? And I was talking to one of my close friends who's got another agency, and he kind of told me, Tristan, you made the best move you could. And I was like, how's that? And he told me you condemned yourself to success.
Yeah.
There's
You put
no
yourself, it was no other option. You had to make it work. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
And that's it. And I think it's in life sometimes we're in those situations where we're super comfortable and we don't really want to admit it to ourselves.
Yeah.
So
I think
yeah,
that's so true, dude. It's always like it has to come back to a bigger reason why, because like I think so many people stall out at that 100K a year mark because it's comfortable. It's good enough, right? You feel like, hey, I'm making good money, but it's not like, the money I really want to be making. But I think a lot of people, like you said, they get comfortable, they don't admit it to themselves, and they say like, I'm okay here, I'm fine, right? Is what they say. And it's like that is the killer of most success because it's like it's good enough. It's not enough pain for you to really make a change. And I think you need deeper reasons why you need to make more money, right? Because 100K a year is great, but it's not gonna set you up for the future for a very long time. It's like you need those reasons. Is like, and I always tell our clients too. It's like look inward. Like, do you want to make more money for your family? Do you want to make more money for your kids? Do you want to make more money for yourself selfishly? Do you just want to buy like something expensive? Like, and that's okay. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's like, but you need a bigger reason why as to why you want to do something. Otherwise, you're just not going to do it. You're just going to be like, I'm okay. And then you just coast 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the line. You're in the same exact situation. And it's just tough. It's really tough. So,
and I think that that question can like happen at any point in your life, but just so happened to happen to me at like 25 years old. I was like,
and
like
fortunately it did because you have so much time, dude. You have so
yeah,
much.
yeah,
Yeah.
thanks, man.
Yeah.
But still, like, yeah, I think at some point you got to ask yourself the question, like, right, like, do you want to be able to provide for your family at some point? And even for someone as young as me, like, do you want to be able to provide and
Yeah.
have a family down the line, you know?
Yep.
And do you want to be able to have that freedom of offering time to this family and everything? So it's all a question of
Yeah.
what kind of life do you want to live, right?
Yeah.
Do you
And
want to
one of
be
my mentors taught me this too. It's like every decision you make in life is unfortunately and fortunately dictated by money. Like where
it
you
is
live, the
it is
family you have, how many vacations you go on, how much time you have with your family. If you don't have enough time, you have to spend more time working. It's like every decision is dictated by money. So it's like why not make as much money as you possibly can so your life isn't dictated by money anymore. You know what I
100%.
mean? Which is huge.
100%.
So and
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 it's
last
all
question, dude. I guess like if anyone's maybe on the fence about just like booking a call like you did, just hearing us out, like what advice would you give them kind of being on the other side of that and knowing what you know now?
what advice would I give to someone who's on the fence? I would probably say, well, it's how could I say that? It's you guys are authentic. You're actually trying to help people. and it shows through the calls, through the way you teach, through the way you always answer in the Slack channel whenever someone has a win or whatever, or has a question. It just shows. So I think that is the biggest way you could speak to someone's willingness to help others. And it's like, do your own work, guys. Like, if you think that there's a better option out there,
Go with that.
go get out.
Yeah.
And then just compare things. It's simple as that. And I don't know, like, to me, the service speaks for itself. And you guys, the way you approach things, the way you coach on sales, it's super interesting. And it's not you're never going to be pressured into buying. It's always going to be like, do you think it's the best option for you? And if it
Yeah.
is, perfect, we're here for
Yeah.
you. But if it's not, you do you, bro, and you go your own way, and that's it. So it's never a question of pressure, and I think that's something that lacks in many businesses who's in the same field of coaching and everything. So yeah.
Well, I appreciate it, dude. I'm excited to do another one of these. We're literally only a couple weeks in, once we've closed a couple $100,000 in sales. And I appreciate your time, and I'll let you get back to it.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yes, sir.